And we are live. Hello, everybody. This is Bob from One Stop Mouse, and right next door here, I have some very nice folks that we're talking to tonight, the Disney Nerd Herders. Hey, guys.
Hey, how are you? Thank you for having us on.
Yes.
You're
Looking
welcome.
forward
Thank
to
you
it.
for being on. So this is part of Mouse Tales, my little interview series. And last night I said that the show with Shep from the Shep family was episode 9, but this is actually episode 9. That was 8. So this is the real episode 9 with the Nerd Herders. So let me just I don't see anybody in the chat yet. Comments, nobody in the chat yet. Let me just switch this. When I started doing the interviews just recently, Walt from Mouse Talk basically gave me a short list of the people I had to talk with, and these guys were like on the top of the list. And that was a big thing. Hey, Candy Mom, how are ya? Howdy, hey. So I guess the big thing is, after I say, hey, please subscribe to One Stop Mouse, hit the like button, please go to Disney Nerd Herders and check them out. I think you're going to like their channel very much. It's very interesting, and you're going to see why. And if you like them, subscribe to them as well. But Stacy and Charlie, just tell us about yourself a little bit, and I'll kind of try to move us down the way a little bit. You have a very specific set of life circumstances that really do make your slice of life things in your channel very interesting to watch, very captivating. So tell us a little about that instead of me telling everyone.
That's all right. Yeah, we like to be a Disney-based channel, but we are in Massachusetts, so our Disney exposure is limited. But we do a lot of vlogs and about Disney World.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of live streams. Every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, we have a live stream called Not Quite Ready for Primetime Live Stream. And we have lots of different guests, and we cover lots of different subjects. A lot of them are Disney, sometimes Universal.
Is Disney, yeah.
We do pretty much anything that comes to mind that interests us. As for channel, what directs us on our channel, we do a lot of things. Like, so Disney World, we also do autism awareness because our son Avery, he's a young adult with autism. So we are trying to raise awareness with autism, and he does his own little Batman series. I'm Batman. He does his little action figures and stuff.
I saw that.
Yeah, and he loves making them. So if he loves doing something, we love promoting it. So
yeah,
he loves.
Hey, Walt, how are you?
Hey, Walt.
And here's Avery's series down right underneath us. That's the I guess that's the I'm Batman series. I think so.
Yep. Yeah. So he reads everybody's comments. He loves the feedback from people, and he loves you can see him smiling when he gets great feedback from what he's doing.
Yep.
And then we also have like theater things and music things with Sophie. Yeah. She's our thespian daughter. She likes she does plays and she does music and
lots of instruments that she as well.
Yeah. And what else do we do?
Then it's cancer awareness, treatment awareness, and all that fun stuff too.
Yeah, so I've had cancer twice in my life, and we've tried to do a couple of video,
like prepping for
series,
your tests
I guess.
and stuff like that.
What it's like to go through. We weren't on YouTube when I was doing my chemo treatment. So
there's no way we would have been able to have done that.
But when I came back the second time, we decided to vlog some entries and
every
record it for
every day.
Yeah, every day of my radiation treatments, going into Boston and whatnot, and what it was like. I was hoping, the hope was to, if anyone else is going through there, trying to help them manage their expectations on what to expect, at least through my experiences, saying, what the daily routine was and whatnot.
Right. It was really interesting because he would video on his way into work, and then he would video on his way from just having a treatment, and you can see the difference, you know?
Yeah,
You could just see the wear and tear. And stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was. I thought it was pretty. Well, it wasn't fun going through it, but now that that's behind us, it's pretty interesting. You know how it all happened.
Yeah, just again, if it could help someone manage their expectations for it, then that's what my goal was for it.
And you do also test prepping, you know, with all the wonderful drinks that you had to drink and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, for the CAT scans.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh gosh! So where are you with that now? If I'm correct, I think, are you in like a remission now, or
they're not calling it that?
Yeah, it's not.
I didn't think I heard that.
The tumors we treated the tumors with radiation. And in the last 2 times, you go check it up, you were going like every 6 months or whatever. And the last 2 times, they've gotten the same. And then the last time, it was a little bit smaller. So that's a good result for seminoma that I have. So they're thinking now the next time I need to go is a year. So it's how good it is. So we're really hopeful that it's done and over with.
Right.
But we still have to go do the CAT scans every year just to make sure nothing is growing back.
Yes, I think you got.
But it's good news.
More years.
Definitely good news.
I think he's got 2 more years of scans. I think, and then they're gonna say it's over.
Hopefully.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
But as far, they're very confident that it's gone. So.
Yeah, because the radiation treatment for this type of cancer was a lot better prognosis, or they have a lot of better results with this treatment, radiation treatments, than you did with the chemotherapy.
Yeah, and he was a special case. People that would normally get his cancer would be much like the 20s.
Would be in their 20s, yeah. And
yeah.
We discovered mine when I was 47 or something.
Yeah, so just that being as a factor. And then also how big your tumors were initially and the surgery that you had to have as well. Yeah. So I think, well, they kind of classify it as like a risk patient type thing. So
yeah.
But hopefully that's all done.
Yeah. But in your channel's history, we've seen you go through cancer, and then, you know, your son growing up with autism, and his I Am Batman series. Very, very interesting, to say the least. The realities. Yeah. I think so. I mean, the Doofily crew is here saying hi. Hi, Doofilies. What's up?
They're our neighbors.
Another awesome channel and awesome people. We go out to eat with them once in a while now, and now that we've gotten to know them better, we go out to eat. We aim for like every month, maybe.
Yeah.
That's our goal, anyways. Maybe they're gonna hide from us now, but
until they get sick of us.
Yeah. Say, shoot, we gotta move.
How far away? Where are they? How close are they? Are they like in the same state?
Next town over.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Our high school's a rival.
Oh, that's right.
When did you find that out?
It's been probably like a year and a half now.
Yeah. We saw them on YouTube, and then they were commenting about different things. And we were like, wait a second,
that's our supermarket.
And then we labeled
exactly. We've met them. We shop at the same place. We go to the same mall, and it's like we've met them, ran into them, and it's like funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Now we're
besties. Now we're like stalkers, but they just don't realize that yet.
Well, Mouse Talk is a great channel. Check them out. They're here in the chat. The Doofily crew, that we're talking about. They're a great channel too. Please check out Ron and Meredith's channel, which are the neighbors that we're talking about. And what is he saying? Walt is saying, I used to live 5 miles from Pete McDevitt before we moved to Florida. Oh, that's true. The whole Maryland connection.
I didn't know that.
I knew they were close. I didn't know that close.
Wow.
I hear that Pete McDevitt's getting really big into sending crab cake gifts to people. So, Pete, the next time that you're ordering crab cakes for anyone, if you'd like to, you know my address now. I know I gave it to you. You could always send me a few extra. I'll gladly reimburse you because I know how good those are. Really good. So give us an overview how you sort of see it. If you had to. Well, you have. I mean, you have to describe it for YouTube and everything. How do you think of as your channel? What's your description of it for anybody who's never seen it before?
I mean, first comes to mind, I think of family-friendly Disney, but
right.
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, it's again, it's the channel name. We tried to encompass everything, but it's
right.
So it's the Disney Nerd Herders. We got that from, it's a play off of Scruffy Looking Nerf Herder, but we couldn't use Nerf Herder, and it was too long for the name of the YouTube was letting us. So we changed it to Nerd Herders. We love Disney, so Disney Nerd Herders kind of made sense. So we love everything nerdy. We go to Comic Cons. We love Star Wars. I love little 80s games, little 80s arcade games.
Yeah.
And like have Space Invaders and all that stuff. Atari 2600, that type of stuff. I love that type of thing. We go to Comic Cons. We love seeing Avery loves comic books.
Yeah.
Avery has a very, very good memory for comic book characters.
Really?
He's like my encyclopedia. I'm like, hey, Avery, we're walking along. Hey, Avery, who's that guy? And he knows the person just by sight. I'm like, holy cow. He's like, has a really good memory for
and
comic book heroes.
He knows all the backstories too.
He knows if they're a good guy. He knows who their enemies are. He knows who their allies are. It's like, like, so he's like my little encyclopedia. I don't even have to hit the books. It's like, Avery, who's this guy? What's he do?
He's fun at Comic Cons.
Avery is fun. We love going to Comic Cons when they're open. Haven't been open in a
We're
while.
supposed to go to a few of them this year, and
that went down the tubes pretty quick.
Yeah, I was going to say, are any of them even happening this year, or
all virtual?
Virtual.
I'm not interested.
Oh,
if I want to see them, I can see them in a movie or whatever.
I know it's the same thing as just watching them in the movie. So
yeah. I'm sorry, I'm munching on my jelly beans. So
hey.
Hopefully next year things will start opening back up.
Right.
So.
Wow. So how many kids do you have then? You have your son.
Yeah.
And then
and
then a daughter.
Yep.
Right.
Sophie at 16. Yep. And again, she knows a lot of instruments.
Yeah, she can play multiple instruments.
She has guitar and cello and violin and piano and ukulele.
Ukulele, yeah.
Is that it?
Wow.
Yes, that is.
All right. All right. So tell me. I looked quickly at a few pieces of it, but tell me how you and your daughter ended up meeting Captain America.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, what? He's out on the street. He's doing this Apple movie. I'm like, what?
1 mile that way.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were working. So my mother drove her to the set, and they were there all day. And then we got home, so she came back. And then we went back there, and we were watching, and like they'd be like, "Oh, he's not here, all that stuff."
I was live streaming, right?
The whole time.
6.5 hours. Like you said, I was like half dead. My arm is all mangled, and the shoulder's dead.
Yeah.
And I gave up like around 9:30 or something. I went home or something, and 10 minutes later, I get the call with her. And
no lie,
she's right here.
10 minutes, I'm sending him a photo of her.
With Captain
So
America.
basically what we did is, because they block certain areas so you can't get too close. And we were standing in one section, and so we were seeing like the extras go in and all the costumes and all the different things. But you weren't seeing him. And supposedly he wasn't there.
We saw his stunt double.
Yeah, we saw his stunt
at
double.
one point, yeah.
So then I was like, well, let's see if we can go a different area. So we went to a different area. And then you could hear people kind of getting really loud. I'm like, well, that means something's going on. So we walked across the street. Now we're like right across the street. And she's like, oh my God, Mom, I see him. He's there. I'm like, are you sure? She's like, he's there. I'm like, okay, we're going to do this. If we're going to do this, we're going to do this. I grabbed her. I beelined her across Now you're talking. There was probably like 40 people
Right.
all in front of him.
Right.
I beeline her across. Did a little bit of elbowing. I was pushing her with my knee. 2 minutes later, he's got his arm around her and takes the photo with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my,
Great.
that was so
She was
interesting.
like, yeah, it was the craziest
It was
thing.
kind of a lucky because he's surrounded by a crowd, so it's kind of like you're lucky if he goes in your direction and pulls you in type of thing.
Right. But
So
I
he's
kept
like,
moving
yeah,
her.
you get on
I kept moving her because it
You're
was
being
like almost like
the
when
aggressive
he
mama.
turned, like she was right there. So he instantly just was like, oh, you know.
I was like, good, yeah.
And she said, you know, can I get a photo? And he said, yeah, sure. And he put his arm around her. They're touching each other's back and took the photo.
Oh my gosh.
And then she was like high as a kite the rest of the night.
Yeah, you
Oh
can see
my
at the end of that
gosh.
video when she
Her
walks away from
reaction.
him, she's like,
The reaction.
So
It's like,
excited.
it's so priceless.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So everybody was telling me for a long time that Chris Evans, Captain America, is a big Walt Disney World fan, and people will see
Yes.
him all over the place. And I'd heard about this for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. So it was about a year ago. I was working for Earl's Sandwich in Disney Springs, and I'm making sandwiches. Literally, I'm trying to make ends meet. I've got this other job, right? And I'm making sandwiches, and all of a sudden, I hear like some noise, and people in the little lobby there who are waiting for a sandwich are going, "Hey, Cap! Hey, Cap! Cap, could you give me your autograph? Hey, Cap!" And I look up and I realize that the sandwich I just made was for Captain America. So that's my big claim to fame, is that I made a sandwich for Captain.
That's awesome.
that's America's thing.
I think it was one of those Thanksgiving ones, you know, with the cranberry and everything. Yeah, the one everybody
well, that's
likes.
so funny.
That is awesome.
It was like 2 years ago. We were in the park and we were in the same park as him, but we never caught him.
Never caught him.
Ooh,
No.
which park were you in? Do you remember?
Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom.
It was Magic
Yeah.
Kingdom. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we found out what he was wearing. So, and the funny thing is every single person in the park was wearing the exact same thing.
It was like,
It was
Oh,
like
God.
red shirt
a
with
blue ball
blue,
cap and
and I cannot tell you how many the exact same colors we saw. It was crazy.
yeah.
So yeah, so we never saw him.
And then one time we just missed Loki, Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
like-
yeah.
It was like the ride before us on Flight of Passage.
He was the
he
queue
was-
right in front of us
He was
the
the
whole
group
time.
right in front of us, and she sat on the same
I said,
same Banshee ride thing that he rode on.
"Oh yeah," I'm like,
Because we know this because we have a family member that works on that ride. That's
She was
how
there.
we know that. We should,
Ah.
yeah. So she's texting. Yeah, he's right in front of you guys. So anytime the door would open to go to the next queue, we're like trying to rush to see if we could get the back end of him.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But yeah, so I sat in the seat. I was the next person. So
Yeah.
I hear that. I hear that Hemsworth, Thor, is a big Walt Disney World and Disneyland fan.
Really?
But I don't. I think I keep seeing YouTube videos with him and his brother just like fooling around in Australia. I don't think he wants to travel or anything.
No.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. Really.
this
No.
year we were supposed to go to a Comic-Con, and for my birthday, we were supposed to meet Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth as Loki and Thor.
Yeah. I got a dual picture photo op with both of them.
Oh, really?
And that
Really?
ended up getting canceled. Yeah.
Canceled because of the virus.
Bum.
Oh, man.
That was going to be huge. But
Yeah. That would have been great.
hopefully next year.
Well, I'm sure that 2020 was kind of rough for you guys, just like for everybody else. I know with the election hopefully over soon, I don't know where it is, it's sort of like you can feel people wanting to push the momentum just to get the heck out of 2020. And
Yeah.
like the year that I wish was never on the calendar. What you guys got any plans besides the holidays for the rest of the year, or
We do. We have a Disney trip in November.
2 weeks.
you do? I was going to say, are you going to squeeze Disney in there?
We are. We are.
Really?
Yeah, we're squeezing it in twice this year. It's like
Yeah.
we're going to be down there for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah.
So
It's
so
all
are
worked
Walt and Melissa planning your calendar for you? Or are they like
We are doing
co-conspirators,
Teppanito.
like your travel agents?
We're doing Teppanito with Walt and Melissa. It's gonna
Right.
be awesome.
December they're busy, so they can't. But
They're gonna be up visiting family. I guess.
yeah.
So
But our November trip will be meeting Walt and Melissa for Tempanidu.
are we meeting our Johns and Donna too?
We're supposed to be, but we haven't locked that in of where. And then I know Mickey Sightings is going to be down there too. So and we're gonna, and there's one day that we're in the same park, so we'll have
Christmas.
to catch up. It's funny because it's hard because it's like, oh, I want to meet you down there, but it's like you have to reserve a park.
Yeah, which part?
So there's people that we wanted to see when we were down there in August, but they had different park reservations, so we could never
Right.
meet up. Yeah,
meet
that
up.
was,
So
that
it
was
was
a bummer.
tough. It was so tough.
Yeah.
It is, I'm sure. I'm sure, because you know so many people now. So I'm going to the chat because all of a sudden people are asking questions.
Yes.
What's the one dream tour the Disney Nerd Herders want to do? Now, that's what I used to do for Disney. I booked Wild Africa Trek, Keys to the Kingdom, fishing trips and stuff like that. Most of them they still don't do, but there are cool ones like. For $40, you and your family can get like 6 feet away from an elephant family, and all 40 of those bucks per person go straight to elephant conservation. You know, none of it goes to Disney. Do you guys know of any of those types of tours that you've ever wanted to do? I know I have hardly done any of them, but I'd like to do Keys to the Kingdom.
There's two that come to mind that I want to do. I want to see the Utilidors. I don't know if there's one that is there a tour that still goes underneath.
Yeah, Keys to the Kingdom is one of them, and Marceline to Magic I think is the other one.
So I would like to see that, and I would like to see the behind the seeds tour on the land.
Really?
That's a cool one. That's a cool one.
Yeah. The first thing that popped to my head was Animal Kingdom, and they're behind the scenes with the animals.
Oh yeah, those two.
That would be one that I would definitely want to do.
As long as it's not in August, I would be happy.
I think you could say that about anything, couldn't you?
Oh yeah.
If it applies to Orlando, I'd probably want to go on the Up Close with Rhinos one, which is like $30, only because I just heard like 2 days ago they just they gave one of the couples gave birth to a baby rhino. So I'd love to see a rhino that big. That must be kind of cute.
Yeah. Rhino, I absolutely love that. Seeing the rhinos on the safari is like one of my favorite moments. I'm always looking, where are they, you know?
Yeah, it's cool when they come up close to the vehicle too sometimes, or they're crossing the street.
All right, so Walt has thrown one in. If the Disney Nerd Herders could meet one YouTuber, who would it be?
And this is someone that we haven't already met, because we've met a lot of YouTubers. Justin Scar.
It sounds like you haven't met him. Yeah.
Justin Scar would be a good one. I mean, because we've met a lot.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's meaning someone that we haven't met, because we
that's what it sounds like. Someone you haven't met.
Yeah. Well, I think Walt is expecting us to say him.
Walt, we want to meet you, buddy.
All right, hold on a second. I've never met Walt in person, so this is the second stream now that I'm throwing it out. Walt, we have to go to dinner at the boathouse. Let me know your availability before all of your buddies from out of town come in for Christmas time. Because for some guy that I talk about being my inspiration like every single stream, I still haven't met him in person. So... All right, in person like this. All right, so let's see. Mouse Talk.
Yeah.
I would like to meet.
I heard that one YouTuber dances crazy. I'd love to see the baby. Melissa at Mouse Talk. We will be in Maryland. When will you be in Maryland? Melissa, when will you be in Maryland?
Yeah, for Christmas. That's why we couldn't make reservations with them, because they were up in Maryland during Christmas time. So
yeah.
Nice. All right, so the overview of your channel really is we don't live at Disney. We combine stuff that has to do with our life, which is a lot of stuff, with Disney type stuff. I see you doing a lot of collab type stuff with other people like Walt and Melissa, and so. Are you guys big collectors like the Dufalies? Who I don't know what they don't collect. Those
We're very tiny compared to the Dufalies.
Yeah, we have like
collection.
1/1000th of what the Phillies
Oh my
have probably. They have their own Fort Knox warehouse that they hold all their.
they must. They have to.
Yeah. Yeah, when we done trips, because we've always flown, you're limited to what you can bring back on the airplane. So we've always kept it pretty small. This last August trip, we drove, so we bought a lot of stuff for us.
For us, which is probably a drop in the hat for some other people.
Right, exactly.
For us, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and then now in November we're driving.
Again,
so
yeah. So hopefully we'll be able to
probably
get
do some spending there.
Christmas stuff. That'll be great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then December we're flying. So if we're gonna do any holiday shopping down there, we'll have to do it in November.
In a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Interesting. Melissa, what are you saying? That you'll be out of town from December 19th to January 2nd? Were you going back to Maryland with the evil laugh? Or is it supposed to be you're going to be here and we better watch out? So you're giving us the evil laugh. See, I drove her out of the room. I knew this was coming.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so the history of the channel, basically. When did you guys start up the channel, and what was that all about? Do you remember the year and the circumstances and what was going on with the channel at the time?
Yeah, it was like I remember our first vlog was probably early June of 2018.
Right.
And it was right before the Relay for Life. We were doing the Relay for Life is a fundraiser for cancer, the American Cancer Society. So that's where we walk around the track 24 hours, and you get collected.
Really?
Beads. I don't know if you guys can see our beads, but you get a little bead for every lap that you do, and
wow,
you make necklaces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah. That was our first vlog. That's when we started first vlogging.
Yeah.
Again, it was because mostly just because we had family that we were meeting in Disney a lot that live over in England and whatnot, and we have family members here, and we were just trying to record our vacations to have somewhere to put them where other people can watch them.
Yeah.
Other family members could watch them, and then it kind of went from there where we started getting more comfortable and started daily streaming, daily vlogging, not daily streaming, daily vlogging for like a year and a half, and then yeah, it just grew. I remember we were at like 14 subscribers for like 3 months, and we're like, wow. I thought 14 was big, but
I know. I don't know.
And then we got like shocked out of my skull when one of those we were at the Halloween party that year, and someone actually came up to us. It was 407 Eats. I don't know if you ever heard of them. It's a channel that two very nice people.
That was funny. That was our first
Taylor and Jessica, yeah.
Our first time someone recognizing
someone
us.
come up to us and say, "Hey, you Disney nerds?" I was like, "What?"
Well, it was funny because
you're insane. We didn't even have like 100 subscribers. Like, oh my god!
Who?
Disney
No, that's
right. I was like, holy cow! I was like, it floored me.
Yeah. So we're waiting for the Halloween parade to come by, and I see this young guy, and he's looking at Avery. Avery. With him being special needs, he has like these sensory things.
He's got a snake,
right?
So he's playing with it, and when you're seeing like a 18-year-old that has something like that, there's something not right.
People need to tell us, right?
So yeah. So I see this guy looking at Avery, and of course, Mom. I'm ready to go right at him. So I'm waiting. I'm just waiting. I'm sorry. When you have a special needs child, you deal with a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting, and then the next minute, I see him look at Sophie, and then he looked at, I think that he spotted you, and that's when he says something. And I was like, he recognized Avery.
From our channel. Yeah.
From our channel. He actually recognized Avery first. And that's why he was like, oh, I know this person.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. That was that. That blew our minds.
He was dressed up like Linguini from Ratatouille, and his yeah, they married.
Yeah.
Jess was dressed up like Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was awesome. It was a really good night.
Avery
during the Halloween
Ventura.
party.
Yeah, we were waiting for the parade to come by.
One of the Halloween parties.
Yeah, so that was so exciting.
Wow.
We were like, oh, we're famous. We have 14 subscribers now.
Well, plus 14, there have to be somebody, right? I mean,
That made it worth it. That made it worth it. That actually
at that
someone
point, we were
actually
like in,
knew us
around
and watched
we were
us.
around 100, I think, around that point.
But it made
still
the daily vlogging worth it, you know?
That's great.
I forgot what your original question was. I'm sorry. I go off on tangents a lot.
Basically, it was the history. I do too. That's actually why I have these like title things. Because if I don't like kind of lay it out, it's like it's all over the place, and it's kind of like, oh, we've been talking for an hour and 5 minutes, and who are we talking with again? You know, that's not good. No. Okay, so overview of your channel. We were at history of the channel. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to know because I'm trying to talk at some of those points that I didn't glean out of it. When it started up, what was the idea? A lot of people, like Dole Whip Dad, is doing this 25 days of Vlogmas thing and trying to highlight new people. And in that process, he sent out some things where he showed the very first video he did in a gift shop, as opposed to comparing it to like the video he did 2 days ago, to show his progress. And it's interesting. Not everybody sees where they were and where they are now. And so do you have any sense of that, what you were doing and what you're thinking now?
We were totally.
You're not 14 anymore. I know that. No more 14 subscribers. It's more like 1,400 subscribers, right?
Total 1,100. But I
1,100.
I like your number better. Let's go with 1,400.
I'm going to just throw another 300 on top.
Yeah, I think we didn't have anyone to ask questions, so it wasn't.
Yeah, we were just winging it, flying by our seat of our pants. And the first like 6 months we had a YouTube setting wrong, so a lot of our stuff was coming out slightly pixelated, and we thought it was a camera issue.
And,
so it looked fine on the screen, but as soon as I sent it off into YouTube, it was very pixelated.
And we found out later that it was one of our editing software numbers was the wrong number, and it was transferring over to YouTube in a very poor quality. So it was coming out pixelated. But then finally, we bought a new camera, we bought new phones, we started, I don't know, some other software or whatever, and it wasn't even that, it was just a setting.
Yeah, so we bought all this stuff and it ended up being a setting.
We didn't even need it. We bought one of those GoPros, we bought a Canon camera, it was like, what's going on, what are we doing wrong? And so we finally looked at the setting. We watched YouTubers saying the setting should be set at. We redid our settings, and then things started looking better.
Yeah.
And then,
that was a hard lesson to learn.
Which is probably why we were stuck at 14.
Exactly. People didn't want to watch
couldn't even see it. Who are these people? They're idiots. They all pixelated.
They're in the boxes.
They're not going anywhere. They're losers.
Yeah.
I have tech issues. I have tech issues like that all the time. It's because I have such a delicate, touch with technology, of course. So if you ever are watching me streaming in the parks, it'll go from, wow, that was really cool, to why is he looking at the asphalt? Because my gimbal has gone crazy. And, and actually, I thought I had it down pat for, I might look very staccato, very stopped, like a bad download speed right now, because I just bought a whole bunch of different stuff and even a new router, and then I found out this morning doing a speed test that I'm getting nowhere near the internet that I'm paying for. You know, so I'm like, hey man, why am I paying all this money? You gotta dial it up. So yeah.
And a really good tip with gimbals, though, just between you and me and the audience, okay? You always should have a little veil of holy water when you're dealing with gimbals, because they get possessed, man. Those gimbals get possessed out of nowhere. They start going all crazy and stuff. So you just put some holy water on. Takes care of it.
Mouse Talk is saying that he and his wife Melissa and the channel are just as bad now as we were then. very nice. I don't think you were ever bad. You're full of baloney.
They are stepping it up. They are so awesome now.
Yeah.
He's out there all the time, basically. So,
Yeah, but I mean, his vlogs are like super awesome now too. He's got some really good things going on. All right.
yeah. Oh, you're going to leave? Okay.
He's gonna drop her off at the dance.
Okay.
Get out.
All right. So now it's me and Bob.
That's it. Buddy to buddy. Okay.
Reload the
So,
lighting.
so, so how did, where's the channel come from? We just heard about that. And where is it now in comparison to that? You got a whole bunch of gear. You dealt with tech issues, kind of ironed that out. And I guess you have a down pat with editing, like you were just talking about. But are you concentrating? If somebody said, what do you do more of? You know, streams or vlogs, or what kind of vlogs? What would you tell them?
Right now, it is probably equal between streams and vlogs.
Okay.
I know that we used to have two shows a week. We used to do Wednesday nights and then Sunday mornings. Sunday mornings are mostly for summertime. So right now we've gone away from the Sunday morning live streams. We just do Wednesday night live streams. But Stacy does still probably 3 vlogs a week besides the live stream. So she does usually, right now she's working on, we have our August trip that we've been releasing like twice a week. And then Avery's I'm Batman series once a week that he's been working on. Sometimes a little bit more often on that one too, because whenever Avery's in the mood to go filming, he goes out on the porch and does his little show and comes back and he expects results. He wants those things produced. He wants those released. He wants to put them into the group of the videos that the Batman videos. So, yeah, so it's pretty much 3 videos a week, three vlogs, and then the live stream on Wednesdays. We like to have a lot of people on the live streams, because it makes it more interactive instead of you just. Sometimes we have a subject that we want to cover, and we'll just be us, and we'll interact with the chat. But sometimes that becomes boring because we're not too entertaining. So we like to have other people on the show, like Mouse Talks and Jim and whoever.
Right.
And,
right.
And it's good to have back and forth interaction, and then try to get the chats involved, and just works out better for us. I'm not someone that can hold. I cannot sit here like you're doing. I can't just sit here and command a show just by myself, and talk for an hour just for myself. I couldn't do that. That would probably scare the heck out of me. So that's why I like to have Stacy.
That's hard to believe. I think you could do it, but it's like, who wants to do it? It's really. I was doing a thing. I was doing a show for Dean at the Live Place. It was just me talking. I didn't have anybody to play off of, and I was just talking about old movies. And
okay.
I was so nervous, that I wasn't going to have enough things to talk about for 45 minutes. And all of a sudden I'm checking and people are like, you're still going. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes. You couldn't shut me up,
wow.
So you got to be careful when you say that, because I might tune in to you one day and it'll be like, this guy's going 3 hours. So
yeah.
Especially if someone like Walt or your other friends are in the chat. They help right now a lot. I haven't had, with such a tiny channel, I was kind of embarrassed. I would go out into the parks especially and doing this. And I was like, well, if I only have a couple of people in the chat, do I really need mods? What's with that? But as you know, moderators are necessary for a number of things. Not just like weird people sometimes, but also if you're walking around in the park with a gimbal and it's raining and you have an umbrella in the other hand, it's really hard to say hi to people or see them in the reflection, So I have a couple of mods here now. Thank you, new moderators, but they're like brand spanking new. They're a few hours old. So
yeah, like one thing I was neglecting in regards to mods. Yes, I was thinking, they'll help you keep your chats clean and whatnot. They got your back, but they're great marketing for you too. It's like,
yes,
you have people in here, and it's like, okay, if you mention a channel, they can put their link in the chats, and it's like, boom, and now you're being more helpful. That's what. Yeah. As a mod, I'm trying to be better at that myself, and I know Stacy's getting better at it too. But yeah, I know some super mods out there that are just awesome. That
Oh my
again,
gosh.
they're putting links, and they're keeping the chat clean, and they're if you mention a certain subject, they're or if you're not able to do the chats, they're answering the questions for you for other people when they have inquiries or whatnot. The chat is the mods are really helpful.
Jim Ryan is like, I don't think there's too many channels he doesn't actually mod, and he'll jump on here sometimes. Hello to Pete McDevitt. Please go to his channel and check him out. He is quite a fellow. And along with Dean at the Live Place, sort of is getting people together in the YouTube community, and with some really wonderful results. And he features a lot of small little unknown channels like me all the time to help us get going. Actually, he has so many of them. I'm booked to be on Pete's show on April 21st because he's got so many people, and he booked that like 2 months ago. So,
Pete is a rock star, and he makes it look so easy. I mean, he's a natural at hosting. He's a natural at bringing people's attention. He's a master marketer. You know, he's awesome. He is awesome.
And
he makes me feel like.
I'll talk to that point because Pete, you're a nice guy, and you're not intimidating or anything, but because you're a master marketer and like the Tonight Show guy on your channel, I've done like 9 of these interviews at this point, and you're the only guy that made me nervous. Not because you made me nervous, but I was intimidated. I'm like, wait, this is like the guy with the master questions. I can't be that funny. I don't know if I want to ask him what type of toilet paper he uses. He does, you know.
Candy mod.
So anyway,
super mod, by the way, you're a super mod.
There you go, Pete McDevitt. Very nice guys. Thank you. All right, so what do you see? Let's go with my master little weird screens here. Here we go. We're going for the brown screen. Hit the brown screen, Bob. Hit it. There you go. So how do you think your channel is unique?
How are we?
I mean, I think it's unique. So do you think it's unique?
We have things that I think that other people probably don't touch upon. Again, we do have, very talented children. We have the autistic Avery, who's very, very good at his drawings, and he makes these little name tags for all of our friends and our guest channels and whatnot. He has these little, instead of having like business cards made up, we have Avery draw out one of his characters on a business card. And it's personal, and so he'll draw one of his characters, not like sometimes, maybe sometimes it might be Batman, but it's mostly Super Avery or Commander Fox or someone from his comic book family, I guess if you want to call it. And then he'll write, we send those out to people saying, welcome to the Disney Nerd Herder family or whatnot. So he's very talented with his drawings, and I don't know if you've ever noticed his comic book series that I absolutely love. We haven't done one in a while. But Avery was also drawing comic books where I would read them live, and I would have him right here next to me because sometimes I have trouble reading his writing. But I love to have his input while I'm reading the comic book series too. And then he has his I'm as Batman, and then we have Sophie who does all the musical things, and then we're a family of 4 that we do interact very, very well together, and sometimes we feed off each other. It's mostly me and Stacy, though. I don't know about unique, but I don't know. I guess that's up to our viewers if they find us unique.
I find you unique because of the family circumstances, and some of those people, those couples that you see, like Walt and Melissa, like the Dufleys, like you and Stacy. They're just so likable. I realized I'm originally from up north too, and there was something about my interview with Dufalies that at one point it just sort of hit me that it didn't feel like I was doing a YouTube thing. I felt like I was in the backyard of my next door neighbors and just kind of hanging out, and like we were like cooking stuff on the grill or something.
I know.
And, you know what I mean? And
like the first time we went out to eat with the Philly crew, right? We were outside on the patio of where we went out to eat, and we were there like 3.5 hours.
Wow.
3.5 hours. And most of that, we were done eating probably like in a half an hour. I think we might have pissed off our waitress because we were taking up the table. So we were just talking and talking and talking. It was awesome. I mean, we had the fireplace, and it was really cool. We get home, my daughter's like, because we got home, and my daughter's like, "You guys been out 4 hours? Like, what you doing?" I was like, "We're just talking." But it just, time goes by. You just have so much things to talk about, and it's very relaxed, and it's they're very, very good friends. We consider them very good friends. So, but
the fact that you guys are that friendly, and I felt like I could talk to you guys right away just from seeing you talk with Walt and Melissa.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't. Sorry, Pete. It's not that you're not nice. It's just that they're they're huggable. Okay. All right. And your family seems so nice. It's like I would like to have you guys as neighbors in my little cul-de-sac. That is something. It's a weird thing to say, but it's true.
Yeah. So many nice people we've met.
The Dufalies are saying it was a fun night. We enjoyed getting together with you guys. Yeah. 3 hours? What were you talking about? No, 4 hours.
Everything. Yeah. That was awesome. Because there's lots to talk about, especially when you're both Disney fans.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot to talk about right there, and we are both like Universal as well, and then obviously the local stuff. So,
right.
Yeah, there was plenty of talking, to talk about.
So, we kind of know a little bit about your family, and what I at least like about you guys, and what the community likes about you. Obviously, they're all like you. And Walt's suggestion for me to talk to you guys was perfect. I'm glad you guys could make the time. What do you see for the channel coming up? A lot of people are starting to, because it's the year end. Dean at the live place is sort of having a thing with Josh and Jenna and some other people. Pete's doing something. Basically all talking about what's the future of streaming, what's the future of the Disney YouTube community with the parks, how they are and everything next year. What does it look like is in store for the Nerd Herders future in this upcoming year?
Well, we're trying to get better with our vlogs. I think we're focusing on when we're going down to Disney, which is the bulk of our vlogs, but we're trying to focus more on telling a story with our vlogs. Instead of just what we've done in the past, which is we just recently have discovered it. We think it might have been a mistake of how we were doing things. We just go down there and videotape like we're on a family vacation, just videotaping this, that, without any storytelling, and we watch the channels that we really, really like, and we notice that each vlog is a little story. They have a story to tell. They have an opening saying, "Hey, we're gonna do this. Join us. Come with us to here, there, or whatever." And then throughout the day, they're telling a story of what their family's about. You're telling a story just by how they're interacting with each other. And we want to get into more of that type of a thing where instead of Stacey just whipping out the camera and you see me like 30 yards ahead, it's going to be more like us together actually interacting and catching those moments where we're actually interacting more together and being more back and forth, feeding off each other, than the other stuff that we were capturing that really wasn't doing that. So we're trying to tell a story. We're going to try to do better intros, better outros, better stuff in between. Hey, you're back.
We're back.
And Stacey's back.
There she is.
Um, trying to tell him what the future of the channel is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, things he wants to do.
Thanks
for rushing back. Thank you, Stacy. Thanks for rushing back.
Yeah, we're just trying to make the vlogs a little bit more interesting, a little bit more
Storytelling, right?
Yeah, storytelling and chronological, especially with our trips now. We've tried to do that with our August series that we're in the middle of right now.
Yeah.
Trying to go chronological, trying to tell a story each day. But now we're going to try to focus more when we're making them to make them more of a story type of
Right.
thing.
Yeah. It's difficult because when we do vacations, we're there for a vacation with the family. So we're not like stopping and saying, "Hey, we're doing this today and doing that today," because that's typically what you would do on a family vacation.
Yeah, we don't have 3 hours to create all this nice B-roll stuff,
Right.
Yeah. There, and we have 2 kids that if we stay too long in one place, they start barking.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you gotta start. You gotta stay on the move.
Yeah. So this August trip, we were like, all right, we're gonna try doing an intro and outro for every ride, so that way when we do the park, it's pretty much what we've done for the day. And it was much easier editing videos with this trip because of that. The only thing is that it's almost like it's on the whim, though. We're in the thing, okay, we got to do the video. We quickly do it while we're in line,
Right.
We got to plan it out better.
We got to plan it out a little bit better. But, we're learning. We're trying to change things up, so.
So our goal is going to keep on going the live streams every Wednesday nights.
Mm-hmm.
And then going to be doing a couple vlogs per week.
Mm-hmm. We have Avery stuff.
We are going to try, when we're down there in 2 weeks, we're going to try actually going live from the parks a couple times when we're down there.
Cool.
But
cool.
What we've done it a couple times in the past, but we've never set it up. We've never created the thumbnail or whatever. It's just been spur of the moment stuff. So we're going to try to set up a thumbnail where let people say, hey, we're going to be live from Magic Kingdom this day, where actually people can, focus on that, or maybe reserve their time, or maybe know that, such and such time they're going to be going live.
Right.
So maybe people will actually show up and maybe draw more of a crowd than we usually would. We're just going spur of the moment type of thing.
Right. Yeah, that's our plan, at least for...
Right now, it looks like I told you, I'm getting the most views out of Magic Kingdom on any day. Because that's people's magic fix. So while you're down on your vacation, if you could maybe do a couple of days at Magic Kingdom especially. I've been blocked out as a cast member with passes from Hollywood Studios, so I can't go there at all. So then next down would be Epcot, and then Animal Kingdom usually gets the least views. But trying to do one like almost every other day, I'm not going to just keep doing Magic Kingdom. So
Right.
So also, some rides are great to get on with a gimbal, and some are not. I actually got on Flight of Passage for the first time with the gimbal just recently. Yeah, but they usually don't let you get on that bike and have a gimbal there. So I would have put it away, but I put it on the floor on the little stand next to me. I was at the end of the row, and there was like only one other person on it, like way off, and they didn't say anything. So I was like, okay, I'll just kind of pick it up and kind of keep it here, and it was all right. It's just your camera doesn't have 3D glasses.
Right.
And
that's the thing.
I sure wouldn't get on Space Mountain with it. And Walt being at Walt's like streams every day, he'll tell you. There are some that you go. He told me the other day, and I listened to him. I was under the Tree of Life at the Bugs Life thing, and it's like you're in a cave under a tree, and it's just like all of a sudden the signal just went, people are like, where have you been for a half an hour? So but I've been wanting to do those same things. Have you seen Walt's trailer for his channel that he just did? It's really cool and colorful. At the opening of his channel, much higher end. It kind of reminds me of stuff that AJ from Disney Food Blog does, where it's really like high production value. And so it really sucks you into the channel.
Yep.
And I thought about doing that for One Stop Mouse as well. And I think it's a good idea for the interplay, more interplay between you two guys, because that's why I like seeing the interviews with you guys. You know, you're sitting there and you're talking. When my wife and I go to the parks, we're like, one of us is way ahead and one is.
I am sometimes.
There's
Yeah.
not that much.
They walk so slow, and it's like
You tend to walk slower if you're holding a camera.
that's true too.
You know?
You do.
And then when it's like 100 degrees out, you know, he's dying. He's trying to get to the next shade
Yes.
while I'm slowly walking with the camera. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, November
Wow.
should be better. It's not going to be so hot.
Yes.
So,
I have high hopes on November.
yes.
Me too. When I was in Magic Kingdom day before yesterday, it was blue sky with a few puffy clouds, low humidity, 75 degrees. You know, one of those 2 or 3 weeks where you think, you know, Orlando is the most beautiful place ever, except for the rest of the year when it's like a tropical rainforest. So, but it's that time of year for your trip, so it should be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck with that. I thank you guys so much. This is just sort of a Mouse Tales is just a getting to know you thing. You know, it's not like rapid questions or, you know, 60 minutes or something like that. And I just wanted to meet you guys and just talk for a little bit. And so that when I bump into you at the parks one day or I message you, you know, you'll know who the heck this is. I'm the goofy guy with the hat on.
I love your hat.
Who is that?
Yeah.
Well, thanks. I would never wear this in the parks. You will not see me with this in the parks. You wear a felt fur. You wear this in the parks, and you're down on the ground. So, how Indiana Jones thinks he could wear this in the jungles? That's crazy. That's not.
Goes to show how tough Indiana Jones is.
Yeah.
It's like Superman.
Yeah. Oh well. You know the other. You know what? The other thing that I wore. Hold on. This is a leather cap,
Yeah, that must have been.
and this is the bandana and everything, and the dreads. This is Jack Sparrow's hat. So if you wear a leather tri-corner cap like this in the Caribbean, with the humidity and everything, I don't necessarily know that he's staggering around because he's got so much rum in him. I think he's staggering around because it's a heat stroke. Because I wore that in Orlando, and that's something I will never do again. So,
Try to
wow.
avoid dark colors for anything. It's just so hot down there.
I know.
Oh my
The rule of
goodness.
attacking. No navy blue, no black, no dark gray.
Yeah, you know that's especially with a lot of Galaxy's Edge Star Wars stuff. I've noticed a lot of it's black. Have you noticed that? A lot of it's black, and I never end up getting any of it, like First Order stuff and everything, because I'm like, what? This is terrible. I would never wear this.
Well, it's hard
This
to
will
get.
sit in my closet.
It's hard to get bright colors out on the outer rim. You know,
Oh well, there you go.
not too many smuggglers want to go out there.
And they don't celebrate Christmas because of the Force either, which is always interesting. You know, they have all these decorations in Hollywood studios, but once you're on Black Spire Outpost, yeah.
But what about the Star
No
Wars
decorations.
Christmas special? Come on.
Well, you know that's interesting because were you guys on that Christmas special thing with Walt and Melissa the other day? Weren't you talking about Christmas specials?
Yeah,
You
that's
were, right? Yeah, I actually put that in there. I said, I'm only joking. And I said, Star Wars Christmas special.
Yeah, I could go without seeing that ever again. Then.
Oh, my God. I can't believe. I know that I saw it, but
I know. I think they're coming out with the Lego
Star Wars Christmas?
special. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I gotta see that. I like the Lego movies.
That'd probably
They
be
always
better.
put a good twist on everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's up to date too because it has Kylo and stuff in
Oh,
it
yeah.
too. So I gotta see that one.
Wow.
I will watch.
Well-
that. I will watch the original.
Charlie and Stacy, I'm sure we're all going to keep watching your adventures. And guys, if you haven't done so, please go and check out the Disney Nerd Herders channel. Charlie and Stacy and their family, and they are a little bit different, and in a good way. It's very cool. You're gonna like it. And they're on Walt and Melissa's channel all the time. You'll see them around. You'll probably be on the. Have you been on the Doofily Cruise channel yet? Have they had you on there?
They've been on ours a lot. We've done a lot when they've had on ours. I'm not sure if they like they like managing guests on their channel. You know? They're live, but I'm not sure if it's because of the. I think it's a software limitation or what they're using. It's not very friendly to have guests on there. That's what my understanding is. But I could be wrong. They just might not like us.
Yeah.
Who knows?
They'll be down. They'll be down in Disney at the same time we are too.
Yeah,
in December. So they'll be in our vlog.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
We let them down there in August too. So they'll be in some of the vlogs that will be coming out too.
Thank you so much for inviting us. It was very.
Thank you.
This is our first time meeting you live.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And, thank you for all your interactions and your contributions to the chat. You know, I've noticed that a lot lately. The chat has a lot to do with a successful vlog or a successful live stream. I mean, if you have great chatters and you have great people making jokes in the chat and everything like that, it raises that live stream like a couple notches. So
it's true.
Thanks for everybody in the chat for what you guys do.
Yeah. Thank you, my brand new mods, because I haven't had mods before. My 3 or 4 mods that I have. Thanks very much. We're getting this down. And where I'm really going to need it is when I'm streaming in the park, because that is just... It's raining. You've got an umbrella here, a gimbal here. You can't see it in the glare of the sun. It's 100 degrees.
Yep.
Why wouldn't you say hi to me? When did you say hi? What? All right, guys. You guys have a good night. And anything else you want to say to everybody out there?
Everybody,
it's your last word.
Go subscribe to One Stop Mouse. Go subscribe. Do your duty.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do your duty. It's your duty. Pete McDevitt, it's your duty. All right, guys. Come back and see us. We'll see you real soon. Why? Because we like you. See ya.
Bye. Thanks.
Wow, that was cool.